Hey, Cody here from Eagle Team Airsoft, and today I'm going to do a quick overview of my CQB loadout. To start things off, I'm going to go over the base layer gear, which will be my jacket, pants, and eye protection. Alright, for a jacket, I wear a multicam combat shirt. Not sure what brand it is, just picked it up at a surplus store. It's nice and lightweight and cool, especially in the Georgia summer. As you can see, the torso of the jacket in the back is a polyester spandex type Under Armour like material, and it keeps nice and cool underneath the plate carrier. And for pants, I have True Spec multicam pants. Same thing, picked these up at a surplus store, nice and cheap. There's one in Savannah called Warrior Gear, right outside the Montgomery gate to Fort Hunter Air Force Base, Army Air Force Base. You can pick up pants for I think $25 and combat shirts for about $30. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been there. Don't know the prices for sure. For eye protection, I have my Save face mask, and I got my GoPro mounted to the forehead of it using an adhesive mount. Works out pretty nice. Sometimes the weight of the GoPro makes the mask wobble, but other than that it's fine. Haven't had any problems with it fogging too much, and that's especially something in the middle of August when you're out there playing in the Georgia humidity. Usually wear a backwards baseball cap just to keep the back of my head and neck protected in case someone sneaks around and manages to shoot me. Nothing special about the hat really, just a standard baseball cap. And for gloves, I have Condor hard knuckle gloves. Had them for about a year now. They've been working great, held up pretty good. Haven't treated them too nice, but they're looking pretty good for the wear they've been through. Next, I'm going to talk about my plate carrier. Alright, so here's my plate carrier. It's a Condor, can't remember the exact model name. It runs pretty cheap, about 30 bucks. I picked it up off of ebike.com, and I have, I cannot remember, Spectre, I believe, mag pouches in the front. They do come with latches that go over the top, or covers that go over the top of the magazines to make sure they stay in, but I've found that sometimes it's even difficult to just pull the mags out by itself, so you really don't need those covers. They just kind of get in the way. And you see I got 8 magazines across the front, and that's all that's on the front of this thing. On the back, I have a big hydration pouch. Like I mentioned earlier, you're going to need a big hydration pouch because of Georgia humidity. It gets hot and you're definitely going to sweat out pretty quick. Even just standing, getting ready for the game, a lot of guys just start pouring sweat. As you can see, it is a very simple rig. Nothing fancy, nothing extra. Now, when you're building a rig for CQB, you need to go more in the way of lightweight, high speed, or high speed, low drag. You may have heard several people say. This is what works for me. Nice and simple. It keeps it nice and light, and allows me to move quick. Now here I got my combat belt, and you see on the right side I have a Blackhawk pistol holster. This is pretty much universal pistol holster. I can adjust it to fit my 1911, but in it right now I have my SIG 226. Great gun. Mags have been really leaky. I bought 3 when I bought the gun, and 2 of them have busted so far. So I don't know what the problem is there, but as long as one still works, I guess I can keep using the gun. In this holster I have a compartment in the front for a spare magazine, which I don't have for this because they're broken. So usually I put a speed loader because I run mid-cap magazines and find myself having to reload every now and then on long games. On the left side I have 2 extra mag pouches for M4 mags, single stack. And on the back I have a dump pouch. A little muddy, but it does the job. In my hands right now is my primary weapon, which is the GMP M7A1. Now, I like this for CQB, obviously because of its short barrel. I think the barrel is only about 7 inches long. Right here I have a foregrip, and on the top rail I have a fake ACOG. It has no magnification ability, it just has a red dot. Crane stock has 5 points of adjustment. With the battery in it, I can only get it down to the third point of adjustment, so I really have 3, 4, and 5, and I can't go down to 2 and 1 because of the wires. On the sides, have a QD sling swivel mount on both sides. As you can see, I have a really cheap sling. It's actually a 2-point sling, but I was able to tighten it up enough to make it a 1-point sling by hooking both points onto one sling mount. The reason I prefer a single-point sling over a 2-point sling is I find it easier to transition from shooting. I can get it out of the way and draw my sidearm. And single-point sling, even though it does put a little bit more pressure along your neck when you're wearing it, it's just a lot easier to transition between primary and secondary weapons. Another thing about, as you notice, I'm shooting right now. If I was to begin shooting, I have my left hand. I do that because naturally I shoot left-handed, but I shoot both ways. Naturally I shoot rifles left-handed, and naturally I shoot pistols right-handed. So that works out really well also when trying to transition, because I can throw my rifle to my left side while drawing my pistol on my right, instead of having the rifle get in the way of the holster. So that's something I like to do, personally. And another good thing with the sling is it's, like I said before, it's QD, which is quick detach. So if you need to, you can detach the sling, so now you can more easily transition to your right hand or your offhand. All that's really nice. Another thing I love, especially with this gun for CQB, is since it has a shorter barrel, it's going to be a lot lighter. So making movements and transitioning is a lot easier, and really fell in love with this gun. When I first started, I wanted a long gun, wanted DMRs and stuff like that, but now that I got a nice little short CQB gun, I've kind of converted into loving these little guys. That's all I got for this loadout video. That's all the stuff I run. As you can tell, very light and quick, not really anything extra, just magazines, and that's it, because that's all you really need. No sense in bringing anything extra. So if you want to see more, press subscribe, don't forget to like, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them as quickly as possible. That's all.